Alright, I should be live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another stream. Today I'm going to be working on the stream overlay again. I'm still kind of setting up. OBS was like not working, so I had some issues. I've finally got a dummy battery for my camera, so you can see the actual battery is not in the camera. So now the camera does not die while I'm streaming. I wish I could have a little bit higher FPS. I think technically I'm supposed to have 60. It doesn't seem to actually be that high, which kind of sucks. But I need to get a new camera. The cat was just up here on her bed, but she just left. And I really want to make it so you can control the RGB in my home server because there's some RGB RAM, which maybe someday I'll just move into my computer. Although maybe not, because I like to upgrade my computer to AM5. So anyway, I guess I should stop rambling and make the announcement on Discord that I am live so everybody knows, because that's kind of important. Publish. That should be the right YouTube link. It looks like it. Alright, hopefully everything's working. I guess I need to actually start the overlay, which does mean I need to actually open WebStorm. Let's move Discord over there. WebStorm in between. Open RGB server. Alright, and then I should be able to just run this. Can't connect to the RGB server. I need to give it like a minute, I guess. It takes, I don't understand this sometimes. But yeah. Anyway, the cat was up here, but she has since abandoned me to lay in the shelf down there, which maybe I should get like a camera for. I also might point my webcam down a bit. Alright, so I need to hop out my chat. Thanks for disappearing on me. I also need to grab kick. I hate that things do that. And I also need to grab my good old friend, the dashboard. Looks like I'm successfully live on YouTube. It is complaining about my bitrate, but when does it not? Alright, seem to be live just fine. Very good. Okay. So let's run this. Yes, okay, so connected fine. TTS. Hello world. Actually, I'm not gonna hear it because I need to connect it, but it's not connected to OBS either. Hold on a second. Okay. TTS virtual output device. This is not audio speakers. Okay, there we go. It's updated. Now I should be able to hear TTS.
Hello, world.
There we go. There we go. All right. So, looks like ads will be starting in a second. Which is fine. All right. So, let me switch to the right scene. I would love to get a Stream Deck so much. But I'm pretty sure they don't really work on Linux. Stream Deck Linux. I doubt the support is really good. I guess there's probably this, which is some open source thing that probably lacks in quite a bit of features, but it always amazes me the things that people. I mean, I guess they do, but I don't know if it has full compatibility. And I guess maybe it could actually do more stuff, especially if you could just like execute scripts or like programs or something with some arguments. Then you can just do whatever the hell you want basically with them. That'd be kind of cool though. I'd love to have a stream deck to like switch the scenes and stuff in OBS. I guess there is some sort of compatibility ish. Someone's obviously made something open source for it. Oh, I'm not signed in. Damn it. Okay, that doesn't really work right now, so all right. Um can I insert this here? There we go. That way you don't have to click all the time. I can just like go here. All right, looks like we got ads in progress, so I'll wait a few seconds. Get all these stupid notifications like you're live, your mobile dashboard, blah blah blah. Actually, I'm just gonna quit Discord. That way I actually get notifications on my phone. Because that seems to be a problem, is I don't actually get notifications when Discord's open. Why ads? Why? Oh. They make me a few cents, but like not entirely worth it right now. All right. Welcome back everybody from ads. Okay. So where did I leave off? I definitely need to do the token refresh stuff, which I'm not really looking forward to for some reason. I think I need to deal with return values of these functions. Because right now I'm just getting the Serde type. Alright, what functions have I implemented here? From auth file, validate and refresh. I believe these are just the API calls for validate and the refresh. And this is supposed to actually be the logic, the validate and refresh. Okay, so subscribe to event. We can send a message to chat. We can send an announcement. We can shout out a user. Okay. We can get the chatters. So I need to figure out the type for that. And we can get subscribers. I never did get ad schedule, so public asynchronous function get ad schedule self.send get request, and that is to our fellow channels / ads broadcaster ID Inspire ID, of course. As string. I'm still very much getting used to, oh. Why did it do that? As string. Still very much getting used to Rust. Await JSON unwrap. We'll have Serday do this. There's still not really error handling in this. Because if there's no JSON, then yeah. That's not the best. I really need to be checking the response status code. But, eh. So we've got the ad schedule now. Get schedule. So we need to do the reward stuff, the create custom reward and hatch custom reward. So pub async function create custom reward. Self title cost options. I guess I could just send a custom reward object. Because I don't want to send every option. I only want to send the ones that I have. Interesting. I guess I have to figure that one out. Same with like the patching. I mean, I could make these specific. I don't actually know what the options are for creating the custom reward. The Twitch API reference. Create custom rewards. There we go. So you have to have the title, you have to have the cost. So those are required fields. The rest of these are optional. I suppose I should just make a type for this. But then again, like, which ones am I actually even using? I mean, technically I don't actually create the rewards right now, so I think I'm just gonna leave this one out. I think I'll just have that as like a JSON value from Surday. We'll just to-do macro that. In fact, I'm just gonna comment it out because I'm not gonna do that. I do need the patch custom reward. Although that's also tough in itself because there's the patch. So patch custom reward. The reward ID, which is a string. And then the patch. Oh, I forgot to include the self reference. Send patch request. Format. It's channel points, customer rewards, broadcaster ID. And the reward ID. And then I actually need to send the patch. Wait. There's nothing else to do there. I'm sure there's something better I could do. I could also make like specific functions. Because I can't just do something like that. Okay, so there's also patch channel. And I feel like patching, okay, so patching the reward, I only update the title of the reward. So let's find that, because then I can just make a specific function around it. Because then I don't have to do whatever I gotta do to make said value. Subscribe, share, channel points, custom redemption. Okay, it's just title. So let's see. I think I can just make up JSON and pass it as a string. I wonder if you could do something cringe like a struct. So you can do that. So I guess it's not really a huge issue to just pass the patch, because then I can just do that in wherever I'm calling this, and as long as I add the ability for it to be serializable. So I don't actually know if you can. Seems so cringe. Derive, debug, serialize. So yes, you can do that. So I'd have to ask my friend, the Rust expert, if this is too cursed or not. But imagine this is a function. This would be put in a function that's calling patch custom reward and then pass it. So then I can just make up the patch that I want, and then I don't have to fucking type out the entire fucking Twitch API, which maybe I should do in the end, but like I'm only using very specific pieces of it. It's not like I'm designing a library wrapper around it for someone else to use. If I was doing that, and maybe I should probably eventually pull it out into that, and at least that I can, use, but eh. But like I don't need all the APIs from Twitch, so like I'm not making a extensive API from them. So we can just do that. That's completely fine. I guess same with the create custom reward then. Then it's not really that hard to do. Self dot send post request format channel points / custom rewards broadcaster ID And then inspire ID to string. And then this needs the patch. So if I'm taking the title string and the options, it's a little complicated probably. This is asserted value. From string, from slice. Because I need to spread options into this. Although, what options do I actually need from this? Is this the create custom reward? Title cost, probably the prompt. I mean, ideally, I'd just be able to pass all these. So we need title, cost. Let's see. Let quest asserted JSON. I'm just guessing. Represents a JSON value, key value type. Request.put. Assume you could do something like that. Hmm. Does it insert? Okay, yeah. Request insert. So string title. Title parse. Can I loop over this option and options unwrap? Let's see. Serde JSON loop. For value, value as object unwrap. Say something like that. Although this is like 3 years old, so... Oh, I guess I need to... If some options... I think that's how you do that. If let... There we go. This will not run as if... Otherwise, okay. That's good. I'm guessing there's a better way to do this. I assume you can just unpack this here. Yeah. I wouldn't say unpack, but... add the key and the value into there. This feels very cringe, but yeah. So basically I'm just trying to force the required fields and allow you to pass optional ones. Because then otherwise I do have to write in all the other stuff, and then this gets longer. And also I just kind of gotta do this in there, so... whatever. If it works, it works. Yeah. Request. ToString. Method ToString not found in scope for type string. What are you talking about? Are you having a heart attack or something, Rust Analyzer? Consider using semicolons here. Why is this... So this will complain because I'm passing the wrong value. Oh, it's not ToString, it's asString. Dot asString. What are we complaining about now? Expected nothing, found a future. It's because await semicolon. There we go. There we go. All right. Kind of.
Just a warning. Ads are starting in 1 minute.
Thank you, TTS, for reminding me about the ads. All right, so we got ads starting in a few minutes. Hey, we're at 71 followers. That's pretty good. I do want to... What are my goals at? I guess it's at 100 followers. We're actually getting pretty close. 29 more. Subscriptions, doing pretty well. Bits, not really, but... I can't actually set a bits goal for some reason. Do I have to end the goal? Oh, I have to end the goal to edit. Okay. That makes sense. Fair enough. Alright, looks like ads are going to start very soon. So I'm just gonna kind of stretch a bit. Hope somebody redeems the first. Waiting for ads to finish. A minute and 30 seconds. Ads are almost over. Looks like ads are over. Welcome back. I need to add a TTS that lets me know the ads are over. That would be kind of nice. Although, yeah, I guess I could do that. But once I get all this stuff translated to Rust. All right, so we got create custom reward working. We also have the patch custom reward working. Subscribe to event. We also have that. I think all we need to do is patch channel, which I think is going to be pretty much the same. Well, actually, you'll just be passing the patch. So it'll be kind of more similar to patch custom reward. Channel. We do not need a reward ID. Okay, so this is channels broadcaster ID. And I copied that. There is a mistake in here that needs to be solved. I hope I haven't done that anywhere else. Oh my goodness. you doing, Sriracha? She's under the desk. I'm getting a bunch of Discord notifications now. Okay, so broadcaster IDs, we don't need that. And then we just send the patch over. That's pretty much it. I don't think this responds with anything. The annoying thing about passing these is the JSON is just not knowing what the values are without having to look it up on the Twitch API docs, but it's not really that big of a deal. Alright, so I think I've actually got everything. It's just this validate token and refresh thing. So there's some weird URL search parameters. This is just for the refresh token. So this validates the token. If it's not validated, we gotta do this. So I have a validate token function. We only care about the status code. Uh, I see. So we do actually want JSON. So we just want to return this response from this. So validate token. Self dot send get request. Although actually we wouldn't want to do this because it's gonna just call validate token again. Also, do these functions, these are supposed to call validate and refresh. Not validate token. Validate and refresh, not validate token and refresh. But it's still gonna call itself, so I just need to rip this out. And do something like that. Let's see. So to validate a token, this is very long. Alright, so format. We need to fetch this. We actually don't need the format because we don't actually do any of that. We just send a GET request here with the header client ID, which is our credential access token. Actually, you don't send the Header, you send the bearer auth. We don't need that. We just need authorization. Send await, and that's fine. This needs to return a response. Validate token. Then there's the function to refresh a token, which actually kind of gets complicated because some of these values need to be modified, and we need to write to the JSON file. Because we need to save our refresh token. Ugh, the pain. My goodness. Do I just use URL search params as the body? Interesting. Some APIs are weird sometimes. We're going to focus on this later. So validate and refresh. There's a few things we need to do. So if our last validated time and our current time, I believe we have that last validated. Yes. Oh, I have something in my eye. Darn it. All right, so we have the last validated, validate and refresh. So if self dot last validated I guess we could do instant. That needs to be capital. Duration since last validated. Duration from seconds. I believe this is an hour. It's 3600. Duration from is it 3600 seconds? I think so. It's 3600. If the duration is greater than 3600 seconds. I'm not entirely sure that's right. I believe you have to validate every hour. which is 60 seconds times 60, which I believe is 3600. So yes, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So let's see. If duration since, we need to get the response. So let response self dot validate token dot await. We also want to set self dot last validated equals instant now. Make self mutable. I need mutable version of myself. That's right. Okay. I guess match response dot status. This returns a status code. So we need a status code. Not 201, 401. Rest moment. Use 16 401 is U16. This is importing the wrong. No, it is. Okay. Deserialized. Oh, we don't need these. Is this status code? Alright, so 401 just unauthorized. Okay. So we get an unauthorized request. We can also get a status code 200. Why am I getting a bunch of Discord notifications now? Alright. That was harder than it should have been, I guess. So, Pretlin. No, it's not an error. It's token expired. Refreshing. Self dot refresh token await. Otherwise, we want to let the JSON equal response.json value. I guess I could figure out what the JSON is, but we need the expires in. So basically, if we validate the token, so let's go through this whole thing. So if we think the token is old enough to need to be revalidated, we send the request. If the request sends a 401, it means the token's expired and we have to refresh it. If it's fine, then we need to figure out when it expires. And if it expires, if it's going to expire before the next validation, we need to refresh. So if it's still valid, but it's going to expire before the next time that this will trigger, then we need to just validate it. Or we just need to refresh it anyway, I should say. Which makes sense, because you don't want it to then become invalid and then things will start erroring. Is this logic sound, though? I'm not entirely sure. Expire before the next validation. Which basically means if you restart the program, it'll do that. But then, yeah, that's basically just a check to make sure. Basically, if you restart the program. The problem is if the refresh time changes, this kind of isn't great, I guess. I mean, what I could do is keep the expires in time. I could calculate what time that would be, set that as the value that I'm comparing, and then go, all right, well, it was going to expire then. Is now I'm checking, am I older than that expiration date or time, I should say, which probably is a little more proper, but the other problem is we don't really. I think we just set this to default as instant now. So it's fine, because by the time this runs, it will be older. Oops. Maybe that's probably what we should do, is taking the expires in. Instead of the last time that I validated, it should be the expiration time. But that's probably a little more difficult to do. I mean, this works as is, so. JSON expires in. If expires in. If let some expires in. I mean, if expires in's not there, that's not a good thing either. Let's see. And expires in is less than 3600.
Just a warning. Ads are starting in 1 minute.
If this isn't contained, then that's a bad thing. I guess I should also add that print in here. Token expiring before, so then we put that. All right, now there's this refresh token function that's not going to be very much fun. Looks like ads are starting in a minute. I don't know what these URL parameters thing is. Why do you send it in the body? That's interesting. So we're gonna need something like this. Let response, we need to make a post request to here to token with the content type All right. Looks like ads have started, so I'll kind of calm down. So pair auth. Dot body. What am I using again? Request. So let's see. Request. URL search parameters. Except I don't think it's. This is the extension stuff. Welcome message. I need the OAuth. Why do you send the URL search parameters in the body? That's so weird. I guess because there's secret details, but just have us send JSON. I guess I can just format string. So we need the grant type. I'm gonna do this. The grant type, the refresh token, the client ID, and the client secret Hopefully I didn't type any of that wrong. Refresh token. Self dot refresh token. Twitch credentials dot refresh token. Self dot client Twitch credentials dot client ID and self client secret. Guess I don't need to do that. And that should probably work. Because we're not returning the response. We actually got to do something with it. So the data, let data equal response JSON value unwrap. This dot Twitch, not this. I'm trying to like read the code from over here. Twitch credentials dot access token equals data access token as a string. Make self mutable. Access tokens a string, so this needs to be as toString. Self Twitch credentials refresh token. The validated at. We're not actually using that in here, I don't think. Oh, I am using it. I'm just storing the last validation time, which I do not need to do. So now I need to write to the file the Twitch credentials. I need to open the file as JSON, modify the JSON values that I wish to modify. This dot access token. Oh, because I'm doing weird shit. Okay. So we know how to read this file. I guess I need to be storing the file path. Hello there over on Kick. Thank you very much. I guess I need to store the credentials path. How are you doing, Den? I'll call you Den. This is just a string. This is just path. Excuse me. Values that are being moved. Clone. So JSON data file system read to string. So this loads the JSON. You're doing good? Tired? How about me? I am doing all right. I'd say I'm also tired as well. All right, so I need to open the file. This is self dot credentials path. What about the project? This is my Twitch overlay stuff. I'm rewriting in Rust right now. It's still running in Node.js. I'm just translating the code over to Rust. Soon, I think pretty soon, I'll actually start being able to run the Rust code. So then Twitch auth JSON dot can I use this as like a map? Can I edit it somehow? English is not my first language. Can you explain to me what is stream overlay? It's what you see on the stream. So you can see like the chat up there. That's about it right now. There is, if you watch over on Twitch, you can do the TTS command. I want to implement stuff for
Hello
Kick.
world.
There you go. I want to implement for Kick, but Kick uses a webhook instead of a WebSocket, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. You got it, yeah. So I haven't, it's only Twitch only right now, but yeah. There's also things like the redeems that kind of interacts with sort of not really that much yet. A lot of the time I've spent on it is just like getting most of it kind of just set up. I also track stuff like new followers and things like that, new chatters and subscriptions and stuff. So like I can run the credits. That's part of the overlay. Oops. So yeah, you get to see the credits. But nothing exciting has really been happening recently, so kind of fell out of streaming for a bit. So I don't really get very much viewership anymore. I guess I haven't actually reset the overlay since I started the stream. Should probably do that. But yeah. That is great. Are you going to develop a fancy interface? Uh, Probably not fancy, but perhaps, yeah. I do want to probably implement like some of the Twitch alerts and stuff myself, like for the new follow events and stuff. Just having my own custom pop ups and stuff rather than using the Twitch ones. But then again, like, I don't have anything fancy for them, so I'll probably just stick to the Twitch ones. I do want to add some more like interactive stuff to the overlay and with some like chat commands, which then might eventually also translate into a Twitch overlay plugin, so you can actually like press buttons on the video itself to interact with it, which would be really cool. That's a little whiles away because I don't actually have anything to interact with. But at some point, maybe. So Twitch auth JSON. I think I need to. I need to do this as object. Ah. Okay. So map thing. Insert. No, what are you doing? Insert. Yeah, it's cool. Yes, for sure. I lost track of what I was doing. Ah, yes, okay. So I need to edit. Okay, so I need to edit those values in here as well. So I need to do access token. And that needs to be self. I guess I could just do. Yeah, I'll do this. Self access token. Map thing dot insert. The refresh token. Actually, I just need this part. Alright, what is this complaining about? Cannot borrow immutable local variable map thing. Do I need to make this mutable? Argues in this method are incorrect. Oh, because this needs to be toString. Expected value. I think I need to parse unwrap, which is weird. I don't understand at all. Well, let me check some notifications real quick. I'm gonna go get some. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go get some more water and stuff. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Gotta keep myself hydrated. Alright. Alright, what is this complaining about now? Cannot borrow map thing as mutable as it's behind Variable does not need to be mutable. As object. Is that what I need to do? Yeah. So assuming that's actually modifying that. Why is this all broken now? Oh, I need credentials path. Why? Oh, because this needs it mutable, I see. Which literally breaks everything else. Oh my god. Oh, we love it so much. Validate and refresh. Because I need to be able to edit the values. Alright, well, whatever. FS write self dot credentials path to clone assert a JSON. I don't know what the fuck that is. Two-string pretty map thing. Add expect. Failed to write to credentials file. I'm getting a bunch of notifications. Someone's trying to no cheap favors.
Just a warning, ads are starting in 1 minute.
Thank you, TTS. would this actually work? Who knows? uh, all right. I guess, okay, so I think I have this all working now. I guess I need to fix all these errors because self needs to be mutable everywhere now. Mutable self, mutable self. Alright, I think there's one more. I think this one needs it. Um, error print line. Alright, I guess then the next thing to actually do is writing the implementation for a lot of this WebSocket stuff. Twitch client. Mutable Twitch client. I think this is a pretty good spot to be. So I need handle WebSocket notification. We're just printing the payload. We're going to need to read the payload type in order to be able to translate it into an actual type. So we're not just doing hash map reading the whole way down. Because, my goodness, would that be a nightmare? So I guess I need to actually start translating over the Twitch WebSocket code. I do already have types for a lot of these, which is very useful because I can very easily just translate it. Although some of these types kind of might need to be fixed because Twitch says they send a number, but they actually send a number in a string sometimes. So, yeah. Twitch API is not the most amazing thing in the world. Hmm. We get the Twitch client, which actually we might want a mutable reference to that. It does kind of suck to have to do that, but it's fine. So I guess I need to make a enum for the notification type. These are subscription types. Is this even used? No, I didn't want to open that. I don't think that's used anywhere. So I think this is the enum for the notification type. So I want to read that and then switch case based on it and serialize. Hmm. Trying to think. I wonder if there's any way that I can like pair a type with this. I mean, like if it's the channel follow event, then it equals some type. So I have this, for example. So I don't think I can do that. It would be nice to be able to pair it with a type, serialize it into the rest of the message payload into the corresponding type. I mean, I guess I can just do it manually. It's just like a singular line of code. Microphone needs some rotations. Okay. I guess I should make a enum type for all of these. I believe it's payload.event. Event is the actual event. So we should close all of these. No, I don't want to break point. So I just copy them. So we have channel.chat.message. Chat message. I guess we could do channel chat message. We also need the delete, so channel dot chat dot message delete. Channel chat message delete. Then we have the raid. So channel dot raid. Then we have follow. I should just copy. Not follow, delete. Subscribe. Channel subscribe. Channel dot share. Add break begin. And then the last one, which is very long, channel underscore points underscore custom redemption dot add. That's a pain. We also need, I guess there's resubscribed and gift sub. If someone resubscribes, I don't get an event for it, I'm pretty sure. So I need to subscribe to those events, I guess. Website get subscriptions. I see. I guess I should move these into there as well. Notification events. So I'm going to do these in order. So we have the channel message event. This does need to derive some stuff. I do not need to be able to deserialize it. I just need to be able to serialize. So I need to find string colon and replace this with string comma. String, there we go. This doesn't need to be a public struct. I know this is the wrong place for it. We need a chat message fragment in the badge. Public struct. Because I do not care about those. I hate this because you can't have type. Serde rename type. I didn't bother typing all this other stuff. Channel chat message badge. Actually, these can just be assert a value. It's probably the better way to treat them. we do need to serialize this as well. There's so many structures for a freaking chat message. My goodness. You do Vec. Where's the array identifier front? I'll deal with that later then. Alright, message is a chat message. Okay, so apparently I don't know how to rust correctly. Rust struct definition value.
Just a warning, ads are starting in 1 minute.
Uppercase vec with type. I see. There we go. And it's complaining because I can't fucking serialize something, huh? What are you talking about? Chat message serialize is not satisfied. Derives Saturday serialized to your chat message type, which I have done. That's why. Fucking JavaScript. And that's all just for a chat message event. What a pain. Alright. I guess that's the first thing I guess we can try to deal with. Alright, so let's log this. We'll go ahead and actually run get a notification, and we can just stop. So we get the object, so we get the event. There's also the subscription, which I believe is the same all the time, so I guess I should make a struct for that as well. Oh my goodness. Struct subscription. We need to derive. And I guess these all need to be. I don't need to serialize into these. These need to be deserialized. I think the only thing I want is this. I really don't care about the rest of these details. So we want to match payload. Subscription type. Deserialize enum. See, I don't want string. So we need to read the value. I guess I need to do as object. Unwrap.get type. And we need the notification type. Of course, you can't find name in scope because you don't know how to freaking auto import. Because I didn't make it public. Chain comparison operation. Okay, this is too much at once. Payload subscription as object unwrap that get so you don't want it as an object. Oh my goodness. I don't want it as a string though. I just want to read. God, I hate this sometimes. Hmm. So I guess I. Serde JSON. Payload.type. Ethan Manners, welcome. Unwrap. fucking wanted a value. Oh, that's right. What are you complaining about? Cannot move? From value, the type that I wish to have, which is this. Let notification then we can match the notification type. Channel.chat message. It's not a status code. What the fuck are you talking about? Alright, error. It's not an error. Unhandled notification type. Received chat message. So we need to then parse this. Let event, which kind of just equals this whole nasty thing. Instead subscription, I believe it's just event. And then chat message event. Event dot do I have to fucking make each one of these fucking public? Yes. Oh my god. Hello, Sriracha. What's hi? Yeah. What's you're so tiny. You're a very small cat. Maybe she'll come lay up here. No, I don't think she will. Okay. So then we need event.message. Which is a chat message. This is so dumb. If anything, this makes it take even longer to translate. Message.text. And then we can just not print that anymore. And this should, fingers crossed, just work. It does not even compile. Of course it doesn't. What are you talking about? Why the fuck is that there? The amount of warnings. Alright, it does seem to be working though. So there we go. I guess implementing the chat commands back in. And then I gotta do the database and all this other stuff. This is gonna be so much fun. Some sort of command handler would be nice though. I need to figure out how to do that. Hey, you can see the cat. Kind of. My mic's in the way. There you go. Cat. Make it a little larger. Oh, you can't even see her that well. Cat. Meow. She's very, shedding. She's shedding a lot. Silly cat. Alright, so I guess the next thing to do is... Well, I'm gonna need a database. And that stuff's quite annoying. Yo, welcome over on YouTube. The chat is super small. EAC. Welcome. The chat is very small, so yeah. But yeah, what's up? There's not much. Just coding my Twitch overlay. How about you? Hopefully I didn't completely miss your message there. It's probably been like 20 minutes, to be honest. I cannot see YouTube chat very well. Alright, I guess, yeah, command handling and stuff. I think that's a pretty good place to stop for now, because, yeah. I guess the next thing I really need to do is translate all these types over, and that's just probably going to be a whole stream in itself. Alright. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to end the stream here because I've got other stuff to do, and I'm getting kind of tired of this right now. Just the grind of translating stuff's really boring. Implementing like actual features, like new features into it's really nice, but just the translating JavaScript to Rust is so tiring. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. and I shall see you all later.